That was beautiful. Woofay. Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where we are going to take a look at the Robot Spirits Tallgeese 2 from New Mobile Report Gundam Wing, a 49-episode anime that ran from April 1995 to April 1996. There was also a 4-episode summary OVA released in 1996 and a 3-episode sequel OVA in 1997. This figure came out in January 2012 for 3,675 yen, or about $48 at the time. So I think my love for Gundam Wing is pretty well documented at this point. You know, I've been opening up a bunch of the Gundam Wing figures from the Robot Spirits line over the last few weeks, and I've really liked a lot of them. We've looked at the Tallgeese so far, we've looked at the Death Sights, so let's see how the Tallgeese 2 adds up. So first of all, we got some thrusters. 2 of these look very similar to the ones that came with the Tallgeese 1, probably the same thing. Got the rifle, again, very similar to the one that came with the Tallgeese 1, maybe the same thing. Shield, again, very similar, holds the hilts over there, and this one does not have the cool emblem that the Tallgeese had, though I believe that is probably screen accurate. Take a look at the figure here. You know, I think the one thing that really stands out is this ridiculous gold mohawk. In case you didn't notice for some reason, this detailing with the orange on the back there is pretty nice as well. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the one detail that really stands out here. But this is a nice figure. You know, I don't think I like it as much as the Tallgeese, but that's just my personal preference. And then you have one beam effect, which is kind of disappointing because there are 2 hilts. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 hands, again with the odd number of hands. Anyway, so I'm going to pose this guy, and I'll be back in a few minutes with some final thoughts. Alright, and we are back, so let's get this guy on the rotating stand and we'll give some final thoughts. So I don't think I've ever seen a figure that was so dedicated to just recreating one pose as this one. I mean, it is a super cool pose, and I think that, you know, if you want to recreate this pose, then this is probably the figure for you. That notwithstanding, I probably didn't like it as much as the Tallgeese one. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know, I just don't think it looks as cool. I just don't think there's as many, you know, dynamic things to do with it. And for some reason, the Tallgeese just had a bunch of little details. I guess I really like the emblem on the shield, and a few, you know, I like the unique design of the helmet. A few things that just really made me interested in it. If you like the Tallgeese, this is a really nice. The Tallgeese 2, this is a really nice figure. Just me personally, I don't like it as much as the Tallgeese 1. One thing I did want to note is doesn't really fit this pose super well, but these thrusters. Oops. But these thrusters do open and close. So I'm just going to close those real quickly. These things come in and out. There you go. And but other than that, you know, obviously you could attach the shield to this. If you don't attach the gun over here, you could attach it on the side over there, so you have that as well. The hand situation is really weird, so there's one hand that's like specifically for just resting on the gun. It even has a little peg so that the gun fits in there, and then there's another flat hand that goes on top of it, only one of each. And there is only one hand for holding the beam saber, and that is a left hand. So if you want to hold it on the right hand with the beam saber, you are out of luck. Also note that there are 2 hilts, but only 1 saber, so you can't do anything with the other one, but they do kind of dock nicely in the shield. I am complaining about the number of hands and the lack of even number of hands, but I do appreciate that there is a blue mobile suit that will only hold a weapon in its left hand. So I guess Bandai is a member of the Crips now or something. I don't know. Anyway, really good figure. Really liking the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Robot Spirits. This one was a little sticky when I opened it up in a few places and did have a little plasticky smell. You know, it's been stuck in that box now for almost 10 years, so hopefully there's not too many toxic chemicals that are killing me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate a like or subscribe in the comments, and if you didn't, tell me about it. If there's something else you'd like to see about this figure or another figure, let me know and I'll see what I could do. I normally do figure reviews on Wednesdays, and those are focused on newer things, you know, the last few weeks, last few months. And then a few Fridays a month, I try to do some of the older figures as I'm kind of going through this giant stack of figures that I purchased that have yet to open. And please join me for next week's video where we are going to take a look at
the Robot Spirits MS-06JC Land Battle Type Zaku 2 JC Type version anime and the Robot Spirits 8th MS Team Optional Parts Set version anime. Thanks so much and keep collecting.